All right, so period obviously is 2 pi, right? You see it? By the way, what's this a picture of, sine or cosine? Are you making that noise? Who was making that noise? Did you, Ivo? Okay. Did you hear that? Okay, and then what's the amplitude? So simple. So that's simple. Now, notice what the directions say. What I was doing here, class, all right, going over a couple of tough worksheet questions. But I did do this yesterday. Show you how to reverse analyze to get an equation from a graph. So I don't think you really need me to do that. But you do need me for this. So this is understandable if you didn't fill this in. Notice what I highlighted, and you should do the same. Identify where the max, min, and zeros occur. Not what. What is the maximum is what number? What is the number? 4. That's what the max. Where is the exit value that it occurs at? So this does make me mad if you don't know this. Here's pi. So what is this x-axis value? 3, 2, 1, go. Pi over 2. But then also notice how far are these away from each other for the next one? And then what is that distance? Well, if you look at this, if I look at from here to here, that's a complete cosine. So how far away are they from each other? The starts with a P. Period, which is what? 3, 2, 1, go. 2 pi. So here's how you write this as an expression. This is coming up. And we actually did have this one time in chapter 1. One time where they asked where, repetitively, what would all the answers that are coterminal angles to this one angle? We did have this expression before that we wrote. One of them, pi over 2, plus this little generator of all the other ones. So if I keep adding or subtracting 2 pi to this, you will always get to the next one or the one before. This goes on forever. Since this graph goes on forever, the maximums where they're located goes on forever. So I hope you remember that. If not, this is coming back. And then in chapter 6 and here in chapter 4, this is going to be huge. When we get into graphs of tangent, cotangent, secant, cotangent, I think I said them all right. I don't know. You're going to have to know how to write this expression kind of thing. And then minimums. Not what is the minimum, -4, where? What's that value right there? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, you should know. 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. And then they are still 2 pi n away from each other. So there's the minimums. Now, what are the zeros? The zeros are 0. I mean, that's what a 0 is. Where? Here, here, here. What's the first one? 0. 0, 0? Yeah, they're saying what when y value is 0, what is the x? 0. And then, but how far are they away from each other? That's the difference. How far are they away? I hope everyone's okay out there. Anyone hear that? Should we check? I'm a little nervous. Oh, no, they were doing their table. Okay. They're still doing that? Is that the first time they've done that in a while? The spitting in the cup thing? I don't know. Did you guys answer the question? 3, 2, 1, go. What was the question? I don't remember.
0.
Do you really need that 0 there?
Yeah.
Nope. Because you know why? Good answer, but that's okay. Sorry. You'd be okay if you wrote it. I'm sorry. But what happens if I plug in 0 for n? Isn't that 0? Right? So you don't really need that. You do need these. It's imperative. Get your starting point. And then I did do this, but I want to freeze the screen. Close your eyes if you're watching this video, because I want to get rid of this. Because actually 15 is a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it would be. Okay, so now unfreeze. Unclose your eyes on YouTube, as if anyone's watching these videos. Absence people. Ah! What's the amplitude? 3, 2, 1, go. The amplitude's 2 pi? Wait a minute. The period's supposed to have that pi stuff. Who cares? That means 2 pi just gets stuck in front of that cosine. And then on the y-axis, you'd put 2 pi and -2 pi. Who cares? That's what you would do. The period is 3. No pi in it. So what does that mean B is? Don't answer. it means that 2 pi over b equals 3. That's how you find period. So what would b have to be for this to happen? Well, here's something that you should do. You should also remember that I think I shared this with you, that not only is 2 pi over b equal to the period, you can switch these two. And therefore,
this is Connor W. from 7,000.
Oh, I love talking to Connor. So yeah, I'll hand that to him.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. And then this means 2 pi over p equals b. You can interchange those two. And I thought I showed you that yesterday. If I didn't, here it is. So actually, another way I could think about this is, how do I solve for b? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Just like in the Get Triggy With It video, you can switch those. So that's what b is. Isn't that wild? And that literally is what goes in that position, which is awfully strange. So it's very similar to those ones I showed you on the previous page, 6 and 6. All right. And those, I'm sorry, those that I came in the video here late with, we also talked about these 6, 6, and 3. There is no pi when you start writing those values on the x-axis. Right. That's exactly what's happening on this one. So that's how you answer those questions with listed information. Now, I think I've screwed up again because I forgot to erase and do extra stuff here. I did. So I got to close your eyes on YouTube. Oh, I forgot. Nobody's watching, even though I have 7 absences today. Bums. Absent. Don't do any work. Did you know Brianna got 91% on that test that she took on Tuesday because she sat at the kitchen table Monday with Mom and tried to figure it out for 3 hours? That's work. All right. And that's how you get success. And that's what's driving me nuts. All right. Go ahead and write those down as I'm going on my little diatribe here. Son of a nutcracker. You guys are always against me. No, you're right. No, you know what? The stupid. All right. Sorry. Violence towards computers, and we're going to need violence towards the computers when they take over the world, because we're all obsessed with technology. What did I just watch? I watched Artificial Intelligence over the weekend. It's a very obscure movie. You have not seen that movie. Now I find that unbelievable. Yeah, that's a pretty intense, dark movie. What's that? Yeah. It's about, actually, do you realize at the end that those are robots that find him at the end?
Really?
Yes. Humanity's gone. That's what remains.
That makes sense now.
Yes, those are robots. They're not aliens. When I first saw that movie, I thought they were aliens. No, they're the remaining remnants of what lives on Earth, because we've destroyed ourselves. No, that's another good movie though. I, Robot, very, very, very good movie. Another good movie about watch out for technology. You know another one? Terminator. Rise of the Machines. That's the 80s one is awesome. And actually Terminator 2 is very good. I think it is. That actually blew everyone's mind. That was the first technology with the liquid metal. First movie with the... What are we doing? Oh, we're doing trig. All right, let's go. We got to focus here. Kids distracted me. Hey, who got picked? You ready? Okay, what's the amplitude? Get ready for this, everyone. Get ready. Watch YouTube how mean of a teacher I am. What's the amplitude? Dang it. He got it right. I was about ready to go wrong if he said -4, because amplitude is always expressed as a positive. So I didn't get to shoot him down. I'm not that mean, but I would have done that to get that out of your head, that you never say negative for amplitude. And I think we're jerks on the test. What's the amplitude? In the matching, I have 4 and -4. And for those that pick -4, we'll get 100% off. What a mean thing. Isn't that mean? Okay, but we got to make sure you know, Ivo. Hey, that just rhymed. You got to know, Ivo. Yes. What's the period? Oh, no. 2 pi over 5. And you know what? You're the first. This girl got terrified last hour. You're the first one that I'm going to make do this. You're the first senior. You know what? We don't have the time. We're only going to do one period, by the way, because we know how to do 2 periods. You just snap it to the other side and make them negative. It's real easy. But you're going to be the one that I'm going to make show that you know how to do your fractions. And I literally had to write it off to the side for last hour. So do you know what half of 2 pi over 5 is?
It's 2 pi over 10, so it would be pi over 5.
Don't ever do that again. What is half of 2 pi over 5? What should you do right away? Cancel the 2's, and therefore you will never have to do that reducing again. Okay, now what's half of pi? That was still okay, though. It's fine if you did, but I really want you to make it easier. Okay, 2's cancel, pi over 5. What's half of pi over 5? So when I erase this, what's half of pi over 5? You just multiply the denominators. He got it right, so I'm not yelling at him. But I just don't understand the hookup here. And write it then. Write it. But for the love of dog, don't write some nonsensical fraction answer here. What I get people do all the time is say this is pi over 5 and then this is 2 pi over 5. A larger value on the left of a number line. That makes no sense whatsoever. The bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction is, right? The smaller the number is. Anyway, you ready for this? 1 pi over 10. 2 pi over 10. Is this 2 pi over 10?
Yes.
You literally said it was 2 pi over 10. What's next then?
3 pi over 10.
Is the last one 4 pi over 10? That's just a discount double check. And you've done awesome. So sorry for yelling. It's just in my nature. All right, here we go. Let me move myself over here. Why do I have to have myself here? I don't know. Did I? Oh, I hit 3. 3! Hey, get ready for that voice, Kathleen. I got to be able to hear you, okay? Remember, you're in speech, right? Did she answer? I don't know. All right, so Kathleen, this is a cosine kid with a -4 in front. Oh, that's wrong. That's still 4, and that's -4. So Kathleen, you have 3 options. 0, comma, is it 4, 0, or -4 for an upside down cosine kid? Nice, I can hear you too. And then pi over 10, comma, 0 or 4. 3, 2, 1, go. And then pi over 5, comma, we're rolling. And then 3 pi over 10. And then the last one. Nice. So upside down cosine kid, you've done what your part. And I can move on. And again, two cycles, just snap those to the left and make them negative and do another cosine. That's why we're not wasting our time. Next. This is fun. I love it. 1. Are you okay? You look bored. Okay. Mitchell, what's the amplitude? Simple. What's the period? I had to break this down last hour. Whoever got picked, I don't know who it was, because 2 pi over 1/3, I had to do this one more time. I had to say that's the same thing as this, which is the same thing as this. Grade school. And I've written this with you all year long. All the way in August, I think I wrote this down. Just to make sure that you know that ends up being 6. Okay? All year long. So the student that I called on is trained. All right. Now I'll have you do one more thing, which actually you kind of got it easy here. Sort of. Here's 6 pi. What's half of 6 pi? What's half of 3 pi? 3 pi halves, 3 pi over 2. That's how I want it. Don't say 1 and 1/2 pi, which is the person last hour said. And then what's the third value? All right, so here we go. 3 pi over 2. 6 pi over 2. Is this 12 pi over 2? So therefore, I feel good about 9 pi over 2. So I always do that last one to make sure that this is all good. All right, next person. Input, output. Oh, I should have had you say that. Who's 11? 4, 8, 9, 10. Nice. All right, you ready? Chomping that gum over there. How's that gum? Good? Oh, back in the day, that was a detention, and I'd say, "Is that gum?" Spit that out right in my hand. Then I'd chew it a little bit and throw it. I'm just kidding. No, but it used to be no gum, you bums. All right, I remember that. I had to go through all that. Otherwise, I get in trouble. All right, administrator, come in. Is that student chewing gum? You're fired. All right, 0, comma. Huh? You almost choked on his gum. Oh. And then 3 pi over 2, comma. Nice. 3 pi, comma. Next one. Next one. I think we're getting it. This is proof to me, too. Everyone I've called on, just with maybe a little bit of help here and there, are doing just fine. Snap them over to the other side, make them negative. That's 2 cycles. Next one. Student number 18. Nice! You want to drink of water first before you go or no? All right, what's the amplitude? 5. Nice. No negative. What's the period? Nice. Oh, no. You just got fractions. Okay, so this is 2/3. What's half of 2/3? You want me to write it out? No. 1 over 2 times 2 over 3. No, 1 over 2.
Oh, 1/3.
1/3. Oh, you better not write the next one. What's half of 1/3? 1/6.